Hey folks, my name's Ben. I'm from Smoking Hot Confessions all the way from Australia. I run a barbecue podcast and a website all dedicated to sharing the love of barbecue. So I'm super stoked to be here this weekend, all the way from Australia in New Orleans at Hogs for the Cause. There's really no better cause to come together for than helping kids with brain cancer. So when my good buddy Craig Bahaga, the barbecue ninja, when he told me about this event and said, man, you got to be here, I was like, I'm coming. So that's why I'm here, and that's what I'm looking forward to doing this weekend. So America for me is, I guess, it symbolizes family in that my wife is American, so half of my family is American. So for me, partly, even though I'm Australian from Australia, coming back to America is kind of like coming home. And given that I'm also utterly obsessed with barbecue, it just works even better for me because I get to come back, I get to experience barbecue in the country where it was originated, and I get to learn all those different tips and techniques and then take them back to Australia, back to the competition scene there. So I got started in competition barbecue about 5 years ago in Australia when the competition scene first kicked off. So we're still pretty young in terms of the competition scene. And I was a stay-at-home dad at the time. And with a 1-year-old baby in the house, I was like, you know what? I'm cooking everything outside. And so I set about cooking every single meal that I could outside on the barbecue. And when my mother-in-law came over to visit, she took one look at my nice shiny silver gas grill and said, oh no man, that's not barbecue. And so then I was like, what? And within a week I had my first smoker delivered, and with the next 2 weeks after that she was teaching me how to cook barbecue on it. And from that then the Australasian Barbecue Alliance, you probably know Jess Pryles, they kicked off the competition scene over there. And I was in that almost from day one. Would probably be the variety of proteins that we can play with. So a lot of competitions here in the States that I've been to, haven't been to all of them, are restricted to 4 particular hand-ins. In Australia, we've got a wide open slate. So we do lamb, we do seafood, we do Brahman hump from the Brahman cow. We have different specialist categories, and I'm actually tipping that in 2019 we're going to start seeing kangaroo, emu and crocodile. That's just my hot tip, you wait and see. If you want to grill something out of the ordinary, the best bet is to hit up Google, do a little bit of research, find out what's local to you, and then find out what local ingredients to put with it. Because what I've learned from what I've studied about native cooking is that the native people know what to use the native herbs with the native proteins. So if you want to get exotic, if you want to cook kangaroo, if you want to cook crocodile, find out what herbs and spices the local native people like to put on there and get into that. So I get asked this question a whole lot, and no, we do not ride kangaroos to school in the morning. We do have kangaroos and they do jump out in front of our cars in the middle of town, but we don't have them as pets and we don't ride them to school, but they are delicious on the barbecue. Smoking Hot Confessions has always been and will always be about teaching, learning and sharing all about barbecue. And one thing I love about the Royal Oak Company is that aside from the fact that they produce outstanding charcoal products, is that a lot of their message is all about teaching, learning and sharing all about barbecue. I feel like we're sort of simpatico in that. We're all about empowering the average mum, the average dad to get out there in the backyard, fire up the grill and cook up a meal and bring their family together for that delicious smoky meal. So you can find me anywhere on the socials, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Smoking Hot Confessions. I'm on Twitter as BBQ Confessions. I've got the Smoking Hot Confessions podcast, which is available anywhere you get your podcasts from. You know, Stitcher, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts. So look, drop me a line, ben@smokinghotconfessions.com. I'd love to hear from you.